Good afternoon student, welcome student. Now we start the CET lecture, NEET lecture for the mechanical properties of fluid. In this chapter, we see some concept, some synopsis, some formulas and some applications. Now today we start some description here. Then what is the fluid? We know matter consists of solid, liquid and gases. Now in case of solid have definite shape and size, but liquid and gases does not have definite shape and size. Therefore, we can say that the liquid and gases are called as fluids. Then what is the fluid? Fluid, it is the substance which can be flow. It is called as fluid. Now there are various fluids. Now in case of ideal fluid, what are the properties? In case of normal fluid, what are the properties? Now here we see the properties of ideal fluid. See, properties of ideal fluid. See, what is the fluid here? It is the collectively gases and liquid. It is called as fluid. Fluid, it is the substance which can be flow, and here we see some properties, that is properties of ideal fluid. The first property, that is it is incompressible. What is incompressible? It does not compressible, that is density remains constant. Density remains constant. Now the second property, it is irrotational. It is irrotational. What is irrotational? Irrotational means the flow is not rotational, that is we can so say that it is not turbulent. It is not turbulent. Then what is the meaning of turbulent here? See, suppose there is a river and see, this is suppose the velocity of this layer or velocity of this fluid, it is constant. It is called as streamline flow. Streamline flow. Streamline flow. And what is turbulent here? Now suppose there is disorder or irregular flow, this type of flow, it is called as turbulent flow. In case of ideal fluid, it is irrotational, that is it cannot rotate and the flow does not turbulent. Therefore, the permanent property or the property of fluid, that is it having streamline flow here. Now the third property, it is non-viscous. What is non-viscous here? The property of the fluid, it is non-viscous means suppose there is a different layers. See, this is first layer, this is second layer. There is no friction between these two layers and it is called as non-viscous. That is, we can say that there is no friction between two layers. There is no friction between two layers. It is called as non-viscous. Now the fourth property, it is the velocity is constant. The velocity, its velocity is constant. Velocity is constant. These are the properties of ideal fluid. The ideal fluid must be incompressible, irrotational, then non-viscous, then the velocity of the fluid, it is constant. Now we see the properties of general fluid or properties of fluid. Properties of fluid. The first property of the fluid, that is the fluid, it is permanently or it does not having deformation, or we can say it is permanently deformed. It is permanently deformed. Then what is the deformation here? The concept, that is, what is the deformation? Deformation, it is called as change in shape. The force is applied here and suppose there is a change in shape, it is called as deformation. Now in case of fluid, it is permanently deformed. Suppose we take the example, suppose there is a water in beaker and if this water falls, suppose this water is fall, we can say that the liquid is permanently deformed. The liquid is permanently deformed. Then we can say that what is the deformation? If the force is applied, what is the meaning of deformation? There is change in shape. Suppose there is a rubber, if force is applied, its shape changes. If this weight is removed, it regains to its original position. Then in the property, it is called as elasticity. Now here the fluid is permanently deformed, that is, it does not regains to its original position. Now the third property, the liquid. This liquid is kept in a container. Suppose this is this type of beaker. The shape of the liquid, it is like in beaker. Now suppose it is like this, then it takes the shape of this container. Thus we can say that the liquid takes the shape of container. This fluid takes the shape of container. These are the general properties of fluid. The properties of fluid, that is, it does not deformation. The deformation means if the force is applied here, there is a change in shape. If the force is removed, it does not regain to its position. Hence we can say that it is permanently deformed. See here, suppose the water falls on this ground, we cannot change, or it does not regain to its original shape. Thus we can say it is permanently deformed. Now suppose the water or liquid or fluid taken in the container, it takes the shape of this container. These are the general properties of fluid. Now we see the next concept. See, suppose there is a box. This is the box here. Suppose force is applied here. Its shape, it is in case of solid. In case of solid, suppose force is applied to this box, its shape and size changes. Now this, it is called as shearing stress. Shearing stress. We see the details in 11th standard, that is stress, strain. There are different types of stress, strain, that is longitudinal stress, volume stress, and etc. Now here the shearing stress, it is the property of solid. It is the property of solid. Now here suppose the force is applied, the shape of this solid changes. This is called as shearing stress, and it is in the case of solid. Suppose we consider again the box. Now the force is applied like this, that is towards inward. then it is called as compressive stress. This type of stress, it is called as compressive stress. It is called as compressive stress. Now suppose we consider, suppose this is the box and the force is in the outward direction. The force is in the outward direction. The stress, it is, we can say, it is tensile stress. Tensile stress. That is length of each side. It changes. It is increases. Suppose we can say it is tensile stress. These are the, now in this case, tensile stress, shearing stress, these are the properties of solid here. See, we consider fluid here. Consider the fluid, the liquid and gases collectively called as fluid. Now in the case we consider liquid here. Now in case of liquid, see, suppose the liquid is taken in a container. Now suppose this is the liquid taken in a container. For example, suppose we take the water in a container. Thus we can say that it is the liquid at rest. Liquid at rest. Now in second case, suppose we consider the river. Here we consider the river. That is, in this case we can say that this is liquid in motion. In motion. This is the example of river. Suppose there is a pipe. Water flows through this pipe. Water flows through this pipe. Thus we can say that the liquid is in motion. The liquid is in motion. See, suppose the liquid taken in a container, we can say that the liquid, it is at rest. Now in this case, liquid in motion. Now in physics, the study of liquid at the rest, it is the branch of physics in which liquid, it is at rest, and this branch, it is called as hydrostatic. Hydrostatic. It is branch of physics in which we study the liquid at rest, and the branch is called as hydrostatic. Now in case of liquid in motion and this branch, it is called as hydrodynamics. Hydrodynamics. See, here there are two branches in case of this fluid or liquid. This is the liquid taken in container, that is liquid at rest, and to study the liquid at rest, this branch, it is called as hydrostatic. Hydrostatic. Now in case of liquid, it is in motion, and study of liquid in motion, this branch of physics, it is called as hydrodynamics. Now we consider, we see the formula for pressure. It is in the reduced syllabus, but we see the definition and dimension of pressure. It is the simple quantity, that is pressure. See here, pressure. What is the pressure? Pressure is, it is the force per unit area. It is force per unit area. Then P is pressure, F is the force, A is the area. Where P is pressure, F is force, A is the area. Then SI unit of this pressure. SI unit of the pressure, it is, see, the SI unit of force, it is Newton, and SI unit of area, it is meter square. Then the SI unit of pressure, it is Newton per meter square. There are different units for pressure: Pascal, torr, bar, which are the SI units of this pressure. Now here we see the liquid at rest.